I want to move into one more section, and then we're going to take some more questions. So I hope you remember your questions and think of some that you want to ask. We'll have an extended period for questions, especially at the very end. But I want to, this next section, if you hear nothing else tonight, I was telling Alex earlier, we were talking about tonight, and I said, this section we're going to go into, if you don't hear anything else, this is what I want you to hear. This is the whole reason we're doing this tonight, okay? And I titled this section, Christians, the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? I want to find out from a non-Christian perspective how you perceive Christians and how we can maybe put a better foot forward to where we're not maybe offensive or whatever we are. And so, and I don't, let me just start with this first question. Kind of start from a positive note. Okay. What positive experiences have you had with Christians?
I've gone to, Crave and I think now it's Fuel, right? Is what they call it.
Crave is our college-age ministry. Seniors should already start going to that on Thursday nights, and then Fuel is our adult services on Sunday nights.
Yeah, I've been to both, and you get the sense of community and everyone coming together and having a common purpose. It's like you feel like you belong, and no one's judging you in a sense. But then you've introduced me as an atheist. And then it's the tie is severed, so it's just then you feel alienated.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's definitely happened where I've come over here for Eric's birthday or something, and then they all know each other from church, and I only know a few of them from school, and then I feel alienated in that sense too.
Okay.
So.
Now, just to point out, at Eric's birthday party, I think that's where I actually met you.
Yeah.
I didn't announce.
Yeah,
he's an atheist, everybody. Yeah, I just got to make that point out.
Well, yeah, no. But even though they may or may not have known that, it just them not knowing me from church, I think alienated me a little bit.
Yeah.
Or some of them probably knew just because maybe in a little conversation they heard or something, or we just talked a little bit and they could tell that something like that. But
I think that's crucial. Something very normal for anybody, like your atheist friends, your Christian friends, is to hang out with people you share common beliefs and interests with. And so that's one thing we can take as Christians to be more sensitive. Here's a non-Christian saying, I came to these Christian events or parties where Christians were at and felt kind of excluded because I'm not part of that group. Maybe as Christians, we could be more sensitive to people that aren't in our core group of friends, realizing, oh, there's a need there. I need to look for that person who's not included in and make sure that they feel connected.
Yeah, I mean, that part of that is my introvertedness. I know that, but I know it's also that, it's also the Christian, belief system and just them having a really tight-knit community. And, not that they don't enjoy meeting, people who aren't Christians, but in general, it seems like they tend to, they all go to the same church or they all go to school and then, go to their own churches, but, they tend to find, Christians.
So I started by asking, how we got to this point right here is I asked you the question, what positive experiences have you had with Christians? And we kind of evolved into this. Can you see a positive side to that? Like how about that?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. I go in there and they're talking about good moral things, and it's definitely, they may not present the morals in the way that I think they should be presented, but in general they have good morals.
Well, I'm talking specifically about the cohesiveness of the group. How everybody feels like they belong unless you're an outsider. The cohesiveness of the group isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just, as an outsider, you wish when you were in that group you felt more connected.
Yes,
so there's a positive, negative there too. That's all I'm trying to point out.
Definitely.
I'm trying to put words in your mouth.
No, I understand what you're saying.
When you were in high school, were you ever invited to church?
Very few times.
But you were?
Yes.
Okay.
And I had gone several times within that, the 4 years I was in high school. I went once to an Easter ceremony at Saddleback Church, invited by the Namizniaks, with my family and their family both going. And one time I went to Crave, I think before it was called Crave, when they had big tents, and I went to that also. Those were the 2 times I remember going.
Great.
Maybe 1 or 2 times more, but.
So you were open to going to church. It just wasn't your thing.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. It's it's someone else's point of view. It's they're not talking about stuff that doesn't relate to me 100%. There are definitely things that relate to me in the non spiritual sense, like just living your life and being a good person and stuff like that. That I find is definitely something that I believe in, that you should be a good person. I don't believe that what murderers and all those people do is right.
That leads into the next question perfectly. From your perspective, like just from what you know, what do you think makes a person a Christian or a non-Christian?
Basically, I think it's believing in God and Jesus Christ, and believing that He did that, and that there are consequences for everything we do here on earth, that He's some vengeful thing that's up there, that's either gonna praise you for the good things you do or smite you for the bad things you do.
That's funny. That word smite was just in my head. I was thinking, I wonder if he's going to say smite, and sure enough he did. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this is out there, and you said 10% maybe God exists. Okay. Let's talk about...
Stop quoting me on that. There's just a number I threw out.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Throw it out there.
It's a fine.
Okay. If you were to become a Christian,
okay,
what is it about Christianity that you think would draw you in? Like, what's attractive about the Christian faith?
Definitely the community, and just having that sense of everything has a plan. There's a plan. There's a higher plan.
Mm-hmm.
That seems just appealing to human nature. You just want there to be something more. You want there to be this sense of security that someone's out there, even if you're at the lowest low at your life, that He's building you up. He's breaking you down to build you up. That's
okay. I like that.
that's something that seems like anyone would want that.
Yeah, I like